Good morning, welcome to Longevity Now, Longevity Now FL. I'm Luigi Fontana, Professor of Medicine and Scientific Director of the Charles Perkins Center RPA Clinic and a clinical academic in the Department of Endocrinology of the Royal Prince Alfred Hospital in Sydney. Today we're going to talk about a very important topic that is the importance of philosophical education as a primary need for global comprehensive health. You see, I think that health and well being extend far beyond mere physicality, emanating from the depths of our being and radiating through familial and social spheres. In essence, this path of care transcends not only bodily and brain health, but also involves our emotional intelligence, spiritual strength, resilience to adversities, and the ability to fully enjoy life. Modern medicine, I think, in conjunction with a new innovative educational system, should, on an enlightened path, evolve towards a more inclusive and integrated approach. This involves considering the intricate interplay of metabolic, psychological, spiritual, social, and planetary aspects of well being. Yes, the interplay of metabolic, psychological, spiritual, social, and planetary aspects of health and well being. I believe that only in this holistic embrace we can discover the potential to cultivate global health and well being that extends through the interconnected networks of individuals and the environment. This universalistic approach to health partially reflects the insights of rare enlightened philosophers, some of whom I'll mention later. Unlike those philosophers immersed in the discussion of fanciful, unrealistic theological concepts, for example, the scholastic and neo-scholastic philosophers, or abstract and predominantly utilitarian philosophical theories, for example, Kantianism, Neo-Kantianism, German idealism, hermeneutics, materialism, existentialism, etc. These cherished philosophers of mine emphasized philosophical education, yes, philosophical education as a key to wisdom for living well. Some of these enlightened thinkers, in chronological order, I like to remember Pythagoras, Heraclitus, Siddhartha, Protagoras, Democritus, Socrates, Lao Tzu, Plato, Chuang Tzu, Epicurus, Patanjali, Lucretius, Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, Giordano Bruno, Spinoza, and Krishnamurti, just to name a few that I like and I read carefully. Each one of these philosophers, in their own way, understood that living in harmony with the laws of the universe involves aligning actions, thoughts, and values with the natural order of things. Yes, they understood that living in harmony and health with the laws of the universe involves aligning actions, thoughts, and values with the natural order of things. Cultivating virtues like wisdom, compassion, altruism, and integrity was deemed essential for achieving balance and harmony. While some, like Pythagoras, many centuries ago, sought to align philosophical principles with universal laws of health and disease using mathematical formulas, today, now, thanks to the major advancements of science, we've made significant progress in understanding the physical, but also genetic, epigenetic, and molecular mechanisms influencing natural processes, including those related to aging, health, and disease. Yes, now we understand how the body works, what are the molecular mechanisms regulating the accumulation of metabolic molecular damage leading to health or disease. We now understand that the laws governing these processes, both in the organizations of living beings, including humans, and in the organization of natures and the universe, including the solar system, the galaxies, are not arbitrary or capricious laws linked, to Zeus or other gods, but they govern. These laws govern atomic, chemical, biochemical, metabolic, physiological process, as well as causal events guiding the patterns of existence and the rhythms of nature and the cosmos. You see, tuning into these eternal laws is believed to guide every wise individuals toward health, well-being, and meaning in life. Yes, there are laws that are regulating our metabolic molecular health, and so if we follow these laws, we minimize the risk of developing disease, and we optimize our probability of living a longer and healthy life free of diseases, because we have lots of studies now, molecular studies, showing that it's possible to avoid diseases. 25% of the centenarians, they die in old age without developing any disease before the age of 100. So in humans, biologically, it's possible to live a long life without developing disease if we are if we are following the laws through healthy lifestyles that are minimizing the accumulation of risk. So, and there is more than metabolic molecular health. There is all this emotional, spiritual health that is extremely important as well in regulating other part of our metabolic and psychological, emotional health. I believe that philosophical studies of this kind have the power to profoundly shape our thinking, emotions, and behavior, allowing us to logically and critically examine the motivations behind our thoughts, actions, habits, vices, and compulsions that may hinder progress toward a path of health, well-being, and inner serenity. Yes. So basically, studying these philosophers is important because they give us a different perspective on how our brain, how our mind works, and on how basically we can live life without being basically distracted by compulsions and it's this unhealthy thinking that is driving addictions to food, alcohol, drugs, smoking, gambling, and many other vices. This philosophical journey transforms into a path of self-discovery and personal growth, tracing a developmental curve towards comprehensive health that, as I said, is not only physical, metabolic, and psychological, but emotional and spiritual as well. I believe that philosophy, the study of certain philosophy, provides flexibility in facing life's challenges, promoting emotional balance through a broader perspective. This philosophy, it urges us to consider situations from various perspectives, building resilience in the face of adversities. Philosophical and spiritual practices play a crucial role in navigating life's fluctuations, serving as a custodians of inner harmony, fortitude, and resilience. The importance of embracing life in its entirety emerges as a central theme of these philosophers and my philosophy as well, encouraging us to overcome limited or ill perspectives and explore all aspects of existence, of life, to fully understand its depth and beauty. This integrated perspective guides us toward a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us, paving the way for a meaningful and fulfilling and happy life. I would like to conclude this video by quoting a passage from the book Meditation by the Stoic emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who wrote over 2000 years ago. Some people seek peace in remote places, countryside, seashores, and mountains. You, too, often strongly desire such isolation. But this is typical of someone without the slightest philosophical education, because it is possible, whenever you wish, to withdraw into yourself. For a person cannot withdraw into a quieter and more undisturbed place than their own soul, especially someone who has within himself principles that, merely looking into them, they immediately reach peace and complete well-being. And by well-being, I mean nothing other than the right internal order. Health and inner peace are where one takes care of oneself. Health and inner peace are where one takes care of oneself. Therefore, learn to dedicate time and continuously grant yourself this withdrawal into yourself, renewing yourself continually. For today is everything. This is Longevity Now FL. I'm Luigi Fontana, a doctor and professor and the scientific director of the Charles Perkins Center RPA Clinic at the University of Sydney, and a clinical academic in the Department of Endocrinology of the Royal Prince Alfred Hospital in Sydney. This is Longevity Now FL. Thank you for listening.